All right. Hi, Bob. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. How have you been since our last meeting?
Great. Busy.
That's good, right?
Yep.
So I've been thinking about a lot about our last meeting that we had and about your request for what would be best for your company and how I might be able to help you. So one thing that I got from our last meeting was that something that would help you would be a large bed edger. That would be something that you'd be interested in, something that could really help your business. So the bed edger that I think you'd be most interested in is it's going to be about 40 inches tall and about 40 inches long with about 25 inches in width.
Okay.
This bed edger also comes with a 7.9 HP 270cc Honda motor.
What'd you say that was? A 7 point what?
A 7.9 HP.
So 7.9 horsepower. Okay.
Yep. And which is supposed to be a little bit quieter and more powerful than their 240cc Honda motor that they originally were using.
Okay.
Another thing about this edger is it can edge or create trenches up to 9 feet. Its edging is going to be around 7 feet.
9 feet.
9 feet would be for the trenches. 9 inches. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Sorry. And it can do about 30 feet per minute.
Okay.
Depending on the use of it and
Right.
the terrain it's in, Something else is that it's easily adjusted to the depth that you want to cut at, and
Okay.
so that way it's very versatile on how far you want to cut and how useful it is depending on where you want to use it at.
Okay.
Along with its motor is supposed to be the whole machine is supposed to be good for around 4 to 6 years. Again, depending on how you treat it, how it's used, how often, how bad it's beat up and stuff like that. Because it'll get beat up because you're going to use it a lot.
Because your maintenance. Okay.
Exactly. This machine is going to be the bed edger is going to be around $3,499.99.
$3,500
with
okay.
tax, which is a little bit lower of a price compared to your other brands such as Brown, which is around $3,799.
Okay.
But also a little more expensive than your smaller machines of Honda, which is around $3,200, which is a little bit smaller, so it doesn't cut as big of an area as quick.
Okay.
Something else is that you can also do 12 payments of $291.67.
Okay. We just try to check if we're going to do it.
Yeah. So either one, just another option in there, just depending on what you would want to do.
Okay.
So the way I was looking at this is you would probably pay your employee around $20 an hour.
Yeah.
It'd probably take them around 2 hours to do a job, would you say?
Yeah, average. I mean, it'll vary, but yeah.
Okay, well, if we'll say the average of around 2 hours,
Okay.
and then so you think probably about it, and then also an hour of cleanup depending on the job, maybe more, maybe
the
a little
cleanup's
less.
the problem. Yeah.
So something nice about these machines is they create fine dirt, which is easily raked into the bed and mixed in, which creates great topsoil, which eliminates the cleanup.
Yep.
But back to the 2 hours and then an hour of cleanup, you pay your employee $20 an hour.
Yep.
So that's $60 per job, or roughly, on average, for just the bed.
Yeah.
Which to cover the cost of this machine, which would eliminate the timing, which would cut down on the timing of all of that, it would take around 60 jobs just to pay for the machine.
Okay.
Which, if you think about that, you definitely do more than 60 jobs in a year.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
you
a
more
couple
than
months.
likely would get your use out of the bed edger machines, which could greatly help you increase your profits because of your the amount of time it takes you to work on those edges focuses less time on that, which can focus more time on bigger parts of the job or even other jobs if you get a job done quicker.
Okay.
So is there any other questions you have?
How's the steering on it? Is it just a straight, or does it actually the wheels turn a little bit?
So the way you control it is you control it while pulling it, which is the typical way you would usually use it. And the wheels just turn with how the handle turns.
Okay, so it makes a better turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it makes a better turn, easier turn, so it's as easy to use as possible and easy to teach your employees how to use.
Okay.
Thinking of this, I think that's something that could really help your business. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know more about like some maintenance things, like I guess belts are the one thing you'd have to replace after so long. So, I got a low cost in that, and then you got some service maintenance like oil changes and stuff like that. Does it have a warranty on the machine?
The warranty is going to be a 3-year or a 2-year warranty.
Okay.
For any of the belt changes, but then after the 2 years, you will have to replace those yourself.
Okay.
But at that point in time, the machine had already paid for itself, and those will be very major cost defects to it.
All right.
So I think this.
What about getting parts? What about like if something breaks?
I
mean, is it an American company? Is it a Chinese
yes,
company?
it's an American-made company, so parts will be very quickly shipped out, so it'll be very easy to get.
Okay.
Parts will be more affordable, and they're coming from American employees, which is some people like to be satisfied or are more satisfied with knowing that something comes from USA rather than somewhere else where they don't really.
Yeah, I know Honda's overseas, but it's good. So
yeah, okay. So the engine will be from Honda, but since everything around here is Honda's around here, it'll be made from everywhere else, but all the other parts are.
We've had Hondas; they last, so that's fine.
Yeah, Honda's a well-known.
Do you know how much the machine weighs? Did you happen to look at that?
I have not. I do not know how much the machine weighs, but I'll definitely look into that for you and definitely get back to you on that. So that way,
can 2 people lift it up onto a truck?
Yes, definitely 2 people can lift it up onto a truck. But I'll just try to find.
Let me know for sure,
for you, just so you understand.
I need to make sure that I don't have to haul equipment. Get a trailer or something to haul new equipment because then it doesn't save me anything.
Exactly. I completely understand, so I'll have to get back to you on that one for you.
All right.
So does this interest you?
Yeah. I mean, is there any way to like kind of test a machine or see a machine, or do you have like, somebody that's used one maybe that you can maybe say, hey, call this guy or anything like that?
Yeah, it's perfect. So that I was thinking maybe we set up another meeting so that way you can get familiar with the product, see the product in use.
Okay.
That way you can make your final decision on if that's something you want to do. But from what the numbers say, I think this would be a great product for your company to invest in. That way you could help maximize your profit. And I would love to get this thing to you as soon as you can and as soon as you.
How long does that take? Once if I say, hey, let's do it, Dylan, how long does it take to get it?
I say, how long does it take to get a machine or set up another meeting?
Yeah, I mean, can you get a machine? Does it take a day? Does it take like 2 weeks? I mean, COVID's crazy, so does it take a month? What are we talking about?
So with COVID right now, it's usually like a week. I'd say probably with COVID right now, we're trying to get it to you in a week.
Yeah.
But it may be pushed back to like a week or 2.
Okay.
But we're gonna try to get it to you as soon as possible if that's what you make your decision. And I would love to get that information down if that's what you would want to be purchased.
Okay. Well, once I see one, I'll know for sure.
Yeah. So I would love to set up another meeting to talk to you about that and see if that's something you'd be interested in.
Yeah, I would like to definitely look at it. So I think that's something we should look at, and if it works as well as it does, we'll get one, and if that works well, then maybe a year or 2 we'll do another one.
All right, great. I'll send you a follow-up email so that way I can give you a time that would work for me and see if it'll work for you.
That'd be great.
Get something together.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right, thank you.
There you go, done.